Hello guys, Expert64 here, and I am here today to play some Minecraft. So I've done a bit of stuff off camera, as you're soon going to see. So I was messing around with my system. My chat's on, so I need to turn that off. I was messing around with my system, and I realized I didn't have enough connections. I was connecting everything to the bottom, and every face of an interface of a system only has one. Well, it only has 32 channels. So as you can see, I needed some extra channels for this, and some extra channels for that, and I just didn't have enough channels. Also, you see that I removed the cable here, the brain there, and I've moved it down here. Now this is a little bit more organized. We have our quantum chambers still here, but you see that they're connected via these P2P tunnels. P2P tunnels can basically link in and say, hey, this is how many I have. If you connected via into one of these, it says, okay, let me take your channels and basically read them. It can basically acts like a tunnel across networks, so you can take one 8-layer cable, have it connect to a bunch of 32-layer cables, and have it all pump up into. Or what you can do here, which is you can have P2P tunnels on controllers, and they read them. So basically, all over the place, you have 32 channels. All I have to do is just get a memory card. Now, I've only set up half of this, well, 3/4 of it, and then I also have to get memory cards for this one and for this one. But let's see, there's 32 here altogether on each side because it fills up this channel. 32. So we have officially 64 times 32 channels to work with. I also moved my knitter production over here, so solid. This is going to become like a mini automation slash draw-in system. Or simpler automation. This I can change to that too eventually if I truly feel like it. And we're just trashing at this point, so. Could set up a way to make that better, more automated, but whatevers. Okay, so let's come over here. So I moved the automation, and the thing about this was, so when making this thing, I really needed more of these, but crafting does not like it when you read across 7 dimensions, but it's okay when it's a P2P because it just reads it as you connecting to the controller, and as long as the controller is connected to the main system, it reads it as such. So it reads this as part of the system, even though it's kind of jumping through cables. Bit of a roundabout. So today, one of the things I wanted to do is, as you can see, we have tons of meef. And also have tons of ender pearls. Blaze rods, we can probably make some use of. So I wanted to look at generators. You've seen me use the culinary generators before, but some of the other ones we have are lava, culinary, well, ender generator, potions, furnace generator, survival, solar TNT, pink, high temperature furnace generator, nether star. Now, the more we make of these, the higher these multipliers get. Faster they cook them. Good thing. Culinary, we could use some more of. We could use culinary. It's useful. It's easy. Now, because we have tons of meat. It's slowly going up, yes. Like, I have to go look at the machine to see how it works. But the other thing that we need, so I'm thinking about making some more culinary generators. But if we're gonna make culinary, we've already done it once. Why make it multiple times? When we can just do this. Hey, we want you to craft a culinary generator. What are you missing? Cobblestone. How do we not have cobble? How do I not have cobble? I am kind of surprised. Well, this will give me a chance to look at my at the bed at my quadruple cobble machine that I've been letting sit for a while. I haven't even checked this. I totally forgot about its existence until right now when I was like, ooh, I need some cobble. One more layer. It's kind of hiding in the basement. Kind of hiding in the basement. That's a bit that's a bit terrifying. Oh man, is that a bit terrifying to me. That is just a bit terrifying. We might eventually just keep like a stack of this. Just to break it down. So let's come over here and let's break down this quadruple compress into triple, into double, and then back into single cobblestone. It's quite a bit of cobble. Let's come over here. And let's do this. And then what we'll do is we'll throw this in here. Triple, down to double. Break it down multiple times. Okay, throw the double back in. Since we still need, we have more of this that we need to break down. Hey. Break more of the double down. Jeez, how much of this do we have? And again, it's a lot of cobble. Come on, how much of this cobble do we have? There we go. Finally broke it all the way down. That's a double compressed. And how to break it down to single compressed. Really should have set this up so it can do it automatically, but not too worried about breaking this down like this. I mean, it can be annoying because there's a lot of it. I think we're just gonna stop there for now. I'll break that down as I need it. But we should be good now. Cobble wise. Then let's just fill up my inventory with cobble. It just multiplies as it breaks down. There we go. And then what we'll do, just for the lulz, just so this thing knows how to do it, let's come over here and let's say, hey, you can take a double compressed, break it down to compressed, then take compressed, and you can break it down to cobble. Just so that you know how to do it if we ever get to the situation where we have quadruple compressed just getting kind of pumped into the system. And it's kind of like, I need some cobble. Or we just don't have enough broken down. So let's go back to what we were wanting. We wanted to go with survival. Since we need a survivalist generator for all of our crafting purposes, piston, easy, craft, furnace, craft. This, teach, and that's basically the simplicities of the survival generator. Now, from all the other generators, we can make everything. Now, here comes the fun part. Ba-doom! Yep, multiple sides to this now. Each one of these can pump into this, and it reads it as it can. So now if we just type in survival, let's say, hey, let's make one of these. Start. Boom. Did it. Okay. So, one of the things that I wanted to do today was I wanted to make a QED. Well, actually, we're going to go with the harvester first. I want to make a harvester for a few reasons. Okay, this is going to be difficult then. Shears. I have not taught this machine how to make sticks yet. Mainly because I haven't taught it how to make wood yet, because I haven't really needed it. Okay. And teach you that. It's like, you're gonna need these things probably. As I slowly increase in my production. I do want these harvesters though to make. I do want to make some sticks. So hey, sticks, craft me. I don't know, 100. Go. Thank you. And then we need 2 of you. Harvester, come over here. Gold gear. 1, 2. Harvester, you. Harvester, you. Need 10 gear. And harvester. And you. And harvester. Missing one thing. Plastic. Okay. RUBR. Uses. Let's look at the uses of you. That's nice. Wish I could craft it. 2 torches. Okay, rubber. How many does it make? 1 to 1. We don't have any. I need 3 anyway. That's kind of annoying that I only have 1 plastic sheet. And I don't have any rubber trees. I guess. And we'll go with second plan. And the only reason I want to harvest it is because I wanted to make the. I got some stuff. Dion gave me the seeds for the farm, so I started working on the farm stuff. But I guess I'll work on the second thing I wanted to do, which was more power. QED. Now, one of the things that to make the higher tiers of, let's just go with the furnace generators. Let's just go with the normal one since this one's pretty good. To make tier 8, we need this, a transfer node energy. To make this, we need this crazy doohickey. But we also need one of these, a QED. QEDs aren't hard to make, but they can be irritating. Let's craft a bit of this. Then craft a bit of this. So let's see if we even have the quartz for this. Yes, I do. Quartz. Let's do my stack blaze rods, because I don't really care. And then let's look up Q. Let's just make it so it's the only thing we got left to do. Hides vendor. Crafter. Okay. And let's jump up to that. Glass. Guess we just throw glass in here. And let's take this. Craft one of you. Throw you in there. Yeah, it's a bit slow, but. Burnt quartz. But yeah, QED stuff isn't hard, but it's not easy either. It's a bit annoying. So while that's cooking, which is going to take a little bit of time, let's work on. There are 2 things that you need to do also with the QED. Is you need the enter. Okay, ender. I can't remember what it's called. Ender flux thingy crystal. We should really just teach this machine how to make ender eyes. A few stacks. And we'll just make a few of you. Okay, you need some more of this. It's not like this is cheap, or it's not like it's expensive to me anymore. This is supposed to be one of the harder things to make in the game. It's not. There you go. When you're cooking Enderman down like they're no big deal, QED stuff gets pretty easy. The only thing that QEDs are supposed to be hard about QEDs is the fact that they are all this Enderman stuff. And maybe those diamonds. Done. QED. Quantum Energy Device. So the QED, we're eventually going to move this to somewhere else, but for right now, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I figured. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. Let's just do like this. Now, the thing with these is they don't need power. They just kind of pull it from the air. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not magic, but it's kind of. I don't know really how to explain it. It's not magic, though. It's energy. It's just like stealing energy out of the air. Probably from like atoms and stuff. 'Cause that's definitely something that I can say. Ooh, this will work out just perfectly. And the QED. There we go. So now, one of the recipes of the QED. Let's go with one of the simpler ones, also Bedrockium. This is the reason we need all that quadruple and triple Bedrockium stuff. Is that. I don't know. That I can now work on. Quarry base, ender marker. Here, let's just. We don't have gold ore. Don't have any ore. Ah. Retrieval node. I don't know what I'd use these for. So let's go for. Let's just go with something we would need. So let's go for. Let's make these furnaces. So actually, let's come over here. How much iron do I even have? I do not have a lot of iron. Ugh. Furnace. I'm gonna make these. We'll just make one of these. Teach it how to make that. Then. Okay. Teach you how to make that. Okay. We'll eventually automate it. It's not very hard to automate. It's really just sticking in the items in the correct locations. Which we should be able to teach the A system how to do that. And then, let's just say furnace. So, we want 8 of these. Ooh, we can craft it. Sweet. Okay, now the other thing we want is we want the energy transfer node. So we need some gold. Gold, easy. Then we need some, okay, thank you. Some transfer. We need some of these. Let's go with these ones. Then we need one of these. This is probably the hardest piece of this entire thing. Just gonna do this. Something I'm eventually gonna need the system to know how to make. I think I'll eventually teach this thing how to make speed upgrades too. But for now, I can live without my speed upgrade of teaching this. Go back to red, craft you, craft about 1,000. How much resistance do I have? Oh yeah, craft about 1,000. Start. Thank you. Let's craft a few of those. Okay, we'll eventually teach this thing how to make those. So let's go back to my transfer. So to make one of these, need one of these, which means we need one of these, which means we go like this, which means we go like that, which means we go transfer, to go like this, which means we go like this, which means we go like this, and boom, we did it. It's not that hard. It's mainly a bunch of redstone. Okay, now this we just kind of shove in here. Do. You see, so it's working. All the flux gets gathered up and sent in. The more of these you have, the faster it does it. Pretty much instantaneous for us. And also, these are really nice. I don't know which one of those it goes to first, but do I even have anything going? Yeah, I got my 1000 redstone. Don't even know where it's going to. Probably going to this one. Nope. It's probably going to whatever the furthest one is. Don't even know where that is. This is just chaos in here. I don't even know, and there's no way to differentiate them. There's probably one over here because these are in the corners. Device offline. Device shouldn't be offline. Why is that device offline? Device online, device offline. Why aren't you online? If I break you, do you turn online? No. Keep offline. Maybe one too many. Might delete one there in the center. Might have miscounted. That turns off. Yep, you turned on. Probably should check to make sure this wasn't the one that I was using. Whatever, not too worried about it. Oh, can I reach? I can't reach. Pick this up, yep. And put these down. We could eventually find a unit for those things. Okay, so let's look at my furnaces. So, now we say furnaces, go, hey! Got 8 of these, and one of you, we got a furnace, 8 times multiplier. Pretty nice. And then, it's really just setting up more of these. So let's say 80. How in the mess do I have enough resources to do that? Just craft 80 of those. I won't have the resources to craft enough energy transfer nodes though. And as I said, I can just probably put an interface down here. Have a pipe coming out of over here. Have a P2P. Boom. Interface. All good. Channels. And then last but not one of the other things I wanted to do today. How much time do I got? Ooh, 7 minutes, just enough. Wire. It's one of the things I wanted to do. Just want to get one of these. These aren't hard to make, but they can be rather annoying. Quartz glass, quartz fiber. There we go. Dang, surprised. KU. Again, surprise. Dang, just surprising me all over today. 6, 7. Dang, why do I have so many of these? Oh dear lord, that. Okay, come on, but thank you. I am kind of surprised that that worked so easily. Well, we just got a wireless terminal. Then to charge this, I mean, there are a few ways. Most preferred method is just sticking to a charging machine, which we have over here inside of the inside of this. Jump up here, just throw that in there. Instantaneously filled. So, thing with this is we can generally access our stuff wirelessly. Well, we usually can. But the thing is, to do this, you need a security terminal. Which I just happen to have. Because I made one since we have that thing at Christian City. If I don't have one of these, someone will be stealing my stuff. Let's come down here. And I broke it. Oh, no, I didn't break it. I put it over there. It's being silly. I hit it. There you go. And now, if we try to access the terminal, now, we can access it wirelessly, but we have one more problem that I just nearly forgot about. Wire. Access point. How much can I craft? Almost all of it. Okay, come up here. Probably need one of you. Yep. Why do I have everything that I need for this? I don't understand. Thank you. And then one of the other things that is lovely. Aw. Don't have ender dust. Ender. This would be a good recipe. Crafting block. Ender. And sadly we'll have to go all the way over here to make it. But the reason we want the ender range upgrades is because it will allow us to increase how far away we can from a terminal. Now, granted, we'll probably have to have one in each one of these towers just to be able to reach the whole area. Probably a few in the center one because of how big it is. But otherwise, we should be good. Okay, dump ender dust in there. Give me some ender dust back. Jump up. Now, I can't remember the range exactly. But I know with the range upgrades, it really does help. So I generally just skip the first step of no range upgrades and just go straight to range. Because generally when I do this, I have a pretty good system. So we'll have to go back and put this in. Thank you. But we're also going to go with this. We're also going to say ender dust. Mix 32. I believe it can hold 16. But it does use more power. And now I have access to the system. Order by number and NEI auto synchronized. Sweet. Still can access. Let's see how far away we can get. The only problem with this is that you can't have a crafting terminal. Let's see if I can get to the other side. We're over halfway. Oh man. How far does this go? Well, I can reach the entirety of another tower. I'll have to go to the other corner of the space station after I drop this off. Craft another 16 so I can make another stack of range. See? And you can even access crafting and everything. It's really nice. Dang! How far away can this reach? I'm very confused. I want to know this. Holy snap, I can reach the entirety of the other side of the base. Okay, well, 30 minutes is up. I'm gonna show this off real quick. So we got this stuff growing. I cut a hole right here. I'm waiting on having harvester. And we got nether quartz and redstone. Which means next time you'll be seeing me set up the farming. Because I'm gonna go get some rubber. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I have an extra 64. And man, oh man, is that range long distance. Bye, guys.